a tragic and powerful journey. Jennifer Kempton's early life in Columbus, Ohio, was marked by abuse that left her vulnerable to exploitation. After fleeing her troubled home, she struggled with addiction and homelessness in her early 20s. It was during this period of vulnerability that she met a man who promised love and security, a common tactic used by traffickers to manipulate and control their victims. What began as a romantic relationship quickly turned into a nightmare. The man she trusted soon forced her into prostitution, treating her as a financial asset within a trafficking network. To assert his control, he branded Jennifer with tattoos that read "property of," followed by his name, along with other degrading marks. These visible brands served as psychological shackles, reinforcing her captivity and signaling ownership to other traffickers and buyers. Over the course of several years, Jennifer All endured brutal physical and sexual violence. She was sold to multiple traffickers, each adding their own marks to her body. One particularly dehumanizing tattoo reportedly read "cash only." Whenever she attempted to escape, she was met with severe beatings meant to break her spirit and reinforce her dependence on her traffickers. In April 2013, after years of exploitation and feeling utterly hopeless, Jennifer attempted suicide. This desperate act became her unexpected path to freedom. While recovering in the hospital, she was connected with support services that helped her break free from her traffickers permanently. During her recovery, Jennifer was constantly reminded of her past every time she looked in the mirror. The branding tattoos her traffickers had forced upon her continued to hold power over her. In a pivotal moment, a local tattoo artist offered to cover one of her trafficking brands with a new design that symbolized freedom and hope. The transformation was more than physical. Jennifer described it as the first time she felt truly free from her past. Recognizing how powerful this experience was in her healing process, Jennifer founded Survivors Inc. in 2014. The organization provides grants to cover the cost of transforming or removing trafficking-related tattoos for survivors. Understanding that many survivors lack financial resources after escaping exploitation, Jennifer designed a program that not only funded restorative tattoos, but also connected survivors with vital recovery services. Through Survivors Inc., Jennifer helped hundreds of survivors reclaim their bodies and identities. The organization's work extended beyond tattoo removal, offering advocacy, awareness campaigns, and survivor support groups. Jennifer became a passionate voice in the anti-trafficking movement, testifying before lawmakers and speaking at conferences nationwide to raise awareness about the branding of trafficking victims and the long-term trauma it causes. Tragically, Jennifer's life was cut short when she passed away in 2017 at age 35. Reports indicate that her death was due to complications from an infection, though some sources suggest it was influenced by long-term health effects from her past trauma and substance use. Despite her untimely passing, her legacy lives on through Survivors Inc. and the many lives she touched. Jennifer's story highlights the complex realities of trafficking, how vulnerability, addiction, and trauma create pathways to exploitation, and how reclaiming one's physical identity is a crucial step in healing. By turning her painful experiences into a mission to help others, Jennifer Kempton transformed the very marks meant to dehumanize her into symbols of empowerment, survival, and hope. Jamie Kloss, 88 Days in Captivity. Jamie Kloss became a well-known name across the United States following a harrowing incident that occurred in October 2018. At just 13 years old, Jamie was kidnapped from her rural Wisconsin home. On the night of October 15, 2018, 21-year-old Jake Thomas Patterson forcibly entered the Kloss family home in Barron, Wisconsin. Armed with a gun, he murdered Jamie's parents, James and Denise Kloss, in a brutal act meant to eliminate any witnesses. Patterson had meticulously planned the abduction after spotting Jamie getting off a school bus and decided he knew that was the girl he was going to take. Patterson took her to his cabin in a secluded area of Barron County, where he held her captive in a small, dark room. Throughout the 88 days of her captivity, Jamie was isolated from the outside world, with minimal food and no freedom, enduring significant psychological and emotional trauma. Despite the dire circumstances, Jamie's resilience was remarkable. She seized an opportunity to escape on January 10, 2019, when Patterson was away from the house. After fleeing the cabin, she encountered Gina Nutter, a woman walking her dog, who recognized Jamie's distress. Nutter quickly brought Jamie to a nearby house, and they contacted the authorities. Police responded and safely rescued her, arresting Patterson shortly thereafter. He was later charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of kidnapping, and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Jamie's escape was widely praised as an act of bravery in the face of overwhelming fear and danger. Her story brought national attention to the issues of child abduction and the importance of community vigilance. The support she received from across the nation highlighted the impact of her ordeal and the collective relief at her safe recovery. The local community and law enforcement were profoundly affected by the case, prompting increased efforts in child safety education and the implementation of more stringent protocols for responding to abduction cases. Since her rescue, Jamie has been rebuilding her life with the support of her family and community. Her recovery has been supported by mental health professionals and community support groups dedicated to helping victims of trauma. While her experience has marked her deeply, her courage continues to inspire many who hear her story. Her case has also heightened awareness about the safety of children and the critical role of law enforcement and community support in responding to missing persons cases. Jamie Kloss stands as a symbol of hope and strength, reminding us of the resilience possible even in the most dire circumstances. These stories are reminders of unimaginable pain and resilience. Please like, share, and subscribe for more stories that matter.